What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Bitcoin today. Looking at Bitcoin, I'm going to try to make this a quick video because not a whole lot's happened in the last since the end of June. There, not a whole lot's happened, right? But I do think we're going down. I know that there's a lot of influencers, media that is one way or another. It's kind of hard to decipher, but my opinion is definitely to the downside. I've actually been bearish on this thing since back here, even on this wick. I remember saying up here, I was like, I said these words, something feels fishy about this. I don't think that this is a breakout, and it was actually a fake out. We've continued to go lower. We kind of are overall in this still like just grand range here. Volume is declining. I think that shows that we are in an overall kind of larger range, right? One could argue that this was a previous range here, we broke out of it, and now we're in this range here, and I mean, all of it could be true, right? But more or less, I think that we are getting ready for the move that is going to take us one way or another, and we'll see that once volume comes in. I just think it's going to be to the downside, personally. I do think that we're going to go lower. I think that we could test this previous area of resistance as support, which is at about 28K. We might even go lower than that, because just like we had a fake out right here, this could have been a fake out right here, a bull trap, and then sent us lower, right? Which I think that's exactly what that was. I think I even made a video over here saying that this was a bull trap from back then. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anybody wants to do their homework, but I'm pretty sure I did call this a bull trap. But previous area of resistance here on the main range itself, excluding this like little bull trap area, that would take us down to about 27.2K. We could even go to the area where we found support in this range, right? Previous support becomes support. That's at like 26.5K. And if we take our fib here from low to high, I'm not going to use the fake out high. I'm going to use this high here, the actual high that started this range, right? Because the range didn't start here, it started back here. If we're in this overall, you can see that we have been bouncing off the 236, holding it as support, finally broke below it, holding it as resistance. Now we're holding the 382 as support. I bet we break below that, and when we do, we'll probably go to the 618 to the 0.69 area. It's kind of like the golden pocket that I like to illuminate in most of my videos. And wouldn't you know it, before I even drew this fib, I had lines drawn right here based off price action at the top. I'm sorry, not here, at the top of this range here and the bottom of this range here, right around where this kind of like golden pocket would be on the 618 and the 0.69. So I do think that Bitcoin is going to make a move down soon, around 26.5K. Let's go with that, to 27.2K, maybe at the low or at the highest. It could find support at 28K. That is totally possible too. I know a lot of people have their eyes on this line right here. I'm gonna draw it out real quick for you guys. Actually, I think it's easier to draw it on the daily. Let's see. Let's see here. Daily. Maybe like that. I don't know. A lot of people, maybe they're not looking at this exact line. What is it they're looking at? They're looking at, because I feel like a lot of people, what I see these days, a lot of people are drawing, where we still have yet to break this line. A lot of people are saying things like, if this line breaks, it's all over for Bitcoin. The bull market's screwed. It's not, guys. It really isn't. As if you've been in crypto for even the last like 2 months, you can tell Bitcoin likes to mess with you. It likes to have fake outs to the upside. It likes to have breakouts to the downside and then move sideways, have more fake outs. Every time you go lower, you go higher. Every time you go higher, you go lower. It likes to mess with you. So wouldn't it make sense that it breaks this line, messes with some people, finds support right in that area, right in this previous like topping area, or even in the low area, and then we go up from there? I think it would. I've seen this time and time again with Bitcoin, actually, where people have their eyes on these diagonal lines that have had like 1-2 bounces. Technically, guys, we've already broken this line, right? I think we've already broken this line here. If we go back, this would be the line. We kind of had another day like this where we kind of wicked down below it and then we broke above it. Here you can see we've actually broken below it. I think we have. I think we bounced off it and we broke below it. A lot of people are just trying to fit a line that fits their best narrative, so they'll draw from these anchor points here to here, and maybe this is another line. Maybe. It's totally possible. But really what I think happened is we've already broken the line, and we're going to go down as a result from that. But I think that this isn't going to take us lower than this low. I would even be surprised if it went this low. I think that more likely we're going to see either the bottom of this range or the top of this range, which is again anywhere from about 26.5K to 27.2K. And that also, besides just price action itself, using this bottom to top, that is right in the 618 to 0.69 area. And that's my overall expectation. That's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. I wonder if, before I end the video, I do wonder, let's see, from low here to maybe this high, nothing really. No, nothing to go off of, so that's okay. We can look at the RSI on the daily. Yeah, rejected the 50 here. Looks like we want to go lower. We have lower highs in the RSI. It looks like we're nice, like in this kind of like downtrend, lower lows in the RSI too. Probably want to get into this oversold area. Maybe we don't actually get oversold, but bounce around it like we did previously. We could get into it. We could just bounce off of it. You know, it's hard to say, but we'll know once we get down there. And ultimately, I do think that we're going to get down there. Let's look at the short term real quick before I end the video. Yeah, man, volume is building as you're doing what? Breaking down. You're getting your lowest hourly close that we've had in a little while. And what's going on with the volume? You're building volume as you're moving down, so that's not encouraging, actually. Bouncing off the oversold zone is a little bit encouraging, but overall, you know, even on the 1 hour, you got this kind of downtrend that you're in right now. So, arguable though, you could be like high or low, you know, kind of. It's debatable. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, man, I really do think they both look bearish. I think they're weak. You've been neutral, promoting neutral price action, and now I think you are picking a direction. So this week might close a little bit more red than it is now. We actually might have a lower closing week. You know, compared to the last like couple weeks, we might actually have a lower close than this here. And I think that that will be the signal, or start to be the signal, that we're going down. Because again, with that, we'll break that kind of ascending trend line. No matter how you cut it, we're going to break it, and that'll cause some people to panic. So, and I don't think that it's any reason to panic, man. Bitcoin likes to mess with people. I think a lot of people at that point would assume that we're going to go lower than this. People are going to call this a double top. This is not a double top, you guys. It's not. This is the weirdest looking double top I've ever seen. If it is, yes, it topped off here, and yes, it topped off here. But look at, a double top is not like that, right? A double a double top is like this, or like, you know, that's a double bottom right there, or even arguably a triple bottom. But like this, a bunch of wicks up here, you lingered for so long, that's not a double top. I think that it's, you know, it psyched people out, making us think we were going to go higher, and now it's going to psych people out, making us think that we're going to go lower. And that's whenever it's probably going to be time to buy, and we'll see a move that takes us up inevitably. But for the time being, I do think we go down. That's really all I have to say. So if you guys like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.